Hello, my name is Patricia Holmes and I'm your Photoshop instructor, and we are continuing making some changes in our file in Chapter 1. I am now on page 26, and an important lesson is how to undo some steps in the event that you made a mistake or you simply don't like what you did. You can go into Window and you can grab the History panel. All of your steps, typically it's 20 steps, unless you've changed your preferences in your computer, are recorded. And if you got to work from the bottom up to go back in time. So the bottom is the most recent changes you've made, and the top was the very, very beginning when we started. So if you want to go back a step or two, just simply click these and you'll see. So now, if you guys remember my previous lesson, I went back in time, and this is not what we want. But I can still move forward and say, okay, that's right there. That's what I want. I'm going to stop right there. You can drag your history bar and dock it anywhere you want. I'm going to put it next to my layer panel. I'm going to click back on my layers. And the other thing that you can do is for a one-step option, again, hit Command Z on the keyboard. So let's see. The other thing that the author is asking us to do is make an edit and go back in time by going to the hue and saturation layer by selecting it, and right here this icon, click it. And so what it's going to do, it's going to open up our hue panel, and the author is asking us to make a couple of changes. And by changing the hue to 53, so I'm going to hit 53, and you can see the background changing immediately, saturation to 44, and the lightness to -56. So I'm going to do that, -56, and you're going to see, wow, that made a lot of changes. Well, let's say, once again, we're not quite happy with that. We can go ahead and we can go back into our history panel, which I docked here. Come down to the bottom, work your way from the bottom up. I'm going to go down to the very bottom, and I'm going to leave it at that. I'm just going to go up one, leave it at that. The author is actually showing us this, but we can put it back on the lighter green. It doesn't matter. What matters more importantly to me is that you know how to go back in time if you need to, so you don't have to redo the whole file over again. Okay, the next lesson following the chapter is going to be introducing you to the character panel. So what we're going to do is we are going to select the header bar layer in the layers panel. If you're following me, I am on the top of page 29. So we're going to go back into the layers panel, and it's right here. And we are going to select the header bar layer, the one that says header bar. And I'm going to drag this out a little bit so we can see it because it's getting a little bit cumbersome. I'm also going to close this out by hitting that collapse arrow icon. There we go. And the header bar layer. And what we're going to do is we are going to select the horizontal type from the tool menu. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to make sure I am on horizontal type, because I could accidentally be on vertical type. So we're going to have horizontal type right here. And then I'm going to open up the character window by going Window, Character. I'm going to select the all caps icon right here, which is the double T. And I'm going to choose 15 font, which I'm already on. And at the bottom, we're going to put the author's same name again, Elaine Grucki. I, again, apologize if you know how to pronounce it, and I clearly don't. So we're going to go Elaine, and I'm going to go Gruenke. And again, I'm going to use my Move tool, which is the crosshair bar on the very top of the toolbar. Next, I'm going to change the color. I don't like the color myself. I don't think this darker blue looks very good. I'm going to come over here to the color palette. But before I do that, remember what we need to do with this text. We have to make sure that we have it selected. So I'm going to close the character window out. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to double click it. I'm going to select it. Then I'm going to change it to any color I want. I think the author is recommending more of a white or a creamy color. So I'm going to pick that. I'm going to click OK. And that concludes our lesson for Chapter 1. The next few pages talks about panels and how you can adjust and float them and collapse them, and I'm going to have the students read that on their own. There will not be any more videos for Chapter 1, but again, thank you for listening.